Hello witchies, it is Tuesday here on Starting Out Solitary. I am your sub-host, subbing in for Amanda, and this week we are discussing a viewer question, which I'm super excited about. Anytime you guys have a viewer question, please be sure to send us a message on Facebook or comment on YouTube, and we will definitely throw that in the rotation. Okay, so week 52, our subscriber request. I'm going to read it here for you. From the Atheist Witch. I just wanted to say how much I love your channel. I just started my own, and being an Atheist Witch makes it really hard to cover topics. Either way, I get backlash. That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. I have a question for everyone. As an Atheist Witch, there comes a time when my rational scientific side rages war with my witchy side. I do spells, and sometimes after, I question if I want to keep doing them. I love to do them though, and it makes me happy being a witch. My question is, what does one do when they are at battle with two parts of their brain? Should I keep doing spells since it makes me happy, or should I give in to my rational side? Oh, dearie. I love this question. And I love this question because I feel like I can help you. If I had no clue, then I would really hate this question, but I think I can help you. First of all, whenever two sides of ourselves are at war, we have to find a way to reconcile them, or we have to find a way to let go of something. And either way, it can be tricky, it can be hard, there can be a lot of emotional wreckage that goes on, but you have to find a way to live with it. And in this case, in my personal opinion, I think this one's actually kind of easy because it so kind of follows along with how I feel anyway. If you follow my personal channel, there's a video on there where I am a ranting, raving lunatic, and I'm going on and on and on about how religion and science should go hand in hand. They should not be at war with each other. And I think this is kind of the same thing. I'll link that video below. But the reason I think that is because I think a lot that has to do with spirituality and a lot that has to do with magic really does go hand in hand with science. I think personally that when we are doing magic, we are manipulating natural forces around us. And I do not think it's supernatural. I think it is all part of nature, part of the natural world. Therefore, for me, science so easily goes with magic because it's all part of the natural world. And it's, you know, science is the study of the world and the universe around us. So you need to do some path work. You need to do some homework, like all us good little witches do. It's time to pull out the books, time to get on the internet, time to pull out your journals and do some path work. You need to make some decisions and do some exploring. So first off, you need to find out for yourself what it means to be a witch and what it means to be an atheist. Now, in my personal practice, witchcraft is separate. It is in and of itself. Now, I've incorporated it into my spiritual path, and it is a huge part of my spiritual path. But I do not have to be spiritual to be a witch, in my personal opinion. It is a craft. Spells and magic is all a skill. It's something I learn, something I do, and therefore, it doesn't mean I have to believe in a certain god or goddess to do it. I am manipulating natural energies. I am not, you know, calling up to the gods and hoping that they will do something for me. I am putting my intentions out into the universe and causing an effect so that the result will be change. You have to look at it and define that for yourself, because if your definition is different, then atheism and witchcraft might not go together so well for you. So basically, the other thing you want to think about as you're sitting down and doing this is do some research. there is definitely a science to magic, and there are books out there that will describe that to you. So maybe if you can apply scientific methods to your magic, maybe that will help you believe in it more. And the other thing is that a lot of people who are atheists and who subscribe to the Church of Science, not Scientology, science, basically left science behind in high school and have not given it a second thought since. They are skeptical and they want proof, and they think that means that they believe in science, but they really don't know much about science because they have not followed any changes in science since they were in grade school. So I would say, in addition to getting witchy books that describe the science of magic, look into science. Study some journals, and watch documentaries and go onto some scientific websites. See the advancements that are being made. See the experiments that are going on out there. Look into quantum physics, because I think you will find that science has made a lot of discoveries that you're unaware of, or is on the verge of making discoveries, or is experimenting with certain things that kind of prove what we're already doing, that we are blindly trusting our magic to do. So definitely do that homework and definitely look into that. Don't just say that you believe in science, and it's not a bad thing when people do that. I just think it's something that they forget. You haven't opened up a biology book since you were a senior in high school. So, even just get on the Science Channel on TV, if nothing else, and just look at what's going on. Put your little prods out there and get a sense for what's going on, because I really think science is taking us to a point. I think science and magic meet somewhere. I really do. And I think the further advancements that the human race makes in science, the closer we get to seeing that. I don't think science will ever have all the answers. And I definitely don't think that spirituality will ever have all the answers. But I definitely think that we can get more answers. And I just, for my witchy book club, I just finished reading this book called The Signature of All Things, which is very much about the war between science and religion. And so it definitely makes me think about that book, because there was a time when all men of science in Western civilization were also men of God. And as science started to make more and more discoveries, at first God could be found in nature through the wonders of science and through discovery of science, until science began to make so many discoveries that it started to disprove certain things in the Bible. And then a divide happened. And the thing that many people don't keep in mind is that the Bible is a construct of man. It was written by man, it was translated and retranslated by man, passages were omitted by man, it was changed by a king. These are all constructs of man. So science is not out there to disprove the Bible. That is not the purpose of it. But I do think that if you're a religious person, which atheists are not, but to everybody out there, if you're a religious person, science is not out there to disprove your religion. It's out there to discover what's going on around us in the world and in the universe. And I think that we are kind of seeing, we're in a time now where science is coming back full circle, and different fields are bringing us to this point where we can kind of start discovering ourselves and our spirituality and whatnot through science again, because it's opening up so many wonders and so many doors and so many impossibilities that are now possible. I believe that it really is, it all comes together. It just all comes together, I think. But that's up to you to decide, and you have to figure out if you can, if what you are doing works within the constructs of what you think you believe spiritually, or if maybe you need to re-examine what you believe spiritually and open up your mind to some other possibilities. I think Arthur C. Clarke, I'm going to look on my computer right here. Arthur C. Clarke had 3 laws. He was I believe, a science fiction writer. And one of his laws that he came up with was kind of quoted in, what was it, the movie Thor, where she says something like science is just, or magic is just science that we don't understand yet. But he said it more succinctly than that. It was something about, I'm trying to look it up here real quick. Here we go. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So, you know, think about that. Science and technology and all these things. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So basically, if it's that far advanced, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. It is magic. And, you know, things that we do now, years ago, we would have never believed possible. It would have been outside the realm of thinking. And here we are now today. So just think about 5 and 10 years from now, what we currently think is impossible, that science and technology are going to bring into the realm of possibility as we get further advancements going along. So no, I don't believe that there is any problem with you continuing to do what you love. I think what you really need to do is analyze what you love and figure out how it can work with how you feel. So I hope that helps. And again, I'll post that other video down below. But otherwise, I love you all, and blessed be.